launching its new 128-bit system, the Dreamcast, and we put it through the test. Will the new console live up to the hype? We go to the experts to find out. We look at the hardware, the machine's online capability, and the games being released at the system's launch. Plus, we examine the future of the Dreamcast. Will it take the lead in the console wars? Stick around to find out. It's game time. Is the Dreamcast Sega's ticket to a comeback, or is it Sega hype? Perhaps the real question is, should I buy it? Hi, I'm Lauren Fielder, and welcome to Gamespot TV's special Dreamcast edition. Adam is out and about on the Dreamcast trail to find out if Sega's new system is the real deal.
The Dreamcast, Sega's new game system, is only about 2.5 inches high and 7.5 inches wide. But this little gray box holds the faith of a company and the future of an industry. For the next few months, it will be difficult to miss the hype surrounding the new game system. Sega reportedly poured $100 million on marketing and advertising. With cash and flash, the company hopes to allay any doubts of success and erase memories of its sordid past.
Don't make me hurt you.
So, after the experience of the Saturn, what have you applied now to the launch of the Dreamcast?
I think the primary lessons we learned were retail distribution, making sure that the right partners got the right amount of product at the right time, as well as marketing.
Skeptics and critics had a field day after the Dreamcast's disappointing launch in Japan last November. The unimpressive game lineup led to speculations and seemed to spell the end for the video game giant.
So what do you think of all of the controversy and the criticism and all the media attention that has surrounded the Dreamcast for the past 6 months?
I love the fact that people have an opinion, and rightly or wrongly, it's better than being blasé. And so opinions about Dreamcast will never make it, it'll never launch, PlayStation 2 will blow it out of the water when it comes, Dolphin will be along eventually. It's a vibrant business, and if nobody cared, then the business wouldn't be growing to the level that it's at right now.
The turnaround came around this year's E3 event. Like a veteran prize fighter, Sega got its second wind and dealt a wake-up punch.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Showcasing over 40 Japanese and American titles in its booth, Sega made skeptics do a double take and turned doubters into believers. Videogames.com editor Jeff Gertzman was one of them.
Back when the system came out in Japan, I mean, the launch lineup in Japan was weak. The games that were coming out, you know, even months after the system was out in Japan were also pretty weak. But, I mean, the U.S. lineup is really stellar. It's like every single journalist in this business said, you know, if Sega doesn't come out with the biggest console launch in history when it comes out in the U.S., they're dead, they're finished, they're over. But they did that.
The Dreamcast is expected to launch with 16 titles, ranging from sports to fighting. Judging from the smiles, grins, and yahoos from several game editors, the U.S. game lineup will be far better than Japan.
Now, even with all these great games, there are some publishers that just aren't comfortable with the new system. You have EA, which has said nothing publicly about developing for the Dreamcast. And then there's Namco, that even on the strength of Soul Calibur, have no future plans for any titles. Then again, there's some other companies that are far more comfortable.
I think it's a great system. I think there's a very unique opportunity for Sega right now to come back, much like they did with Genesis, and make an impact, have an impact on the market. And again, it's a question of can they sustain their marketing effort through the fall.
Capcom plans to deliver 3 Dreamcast titles this year, and 1 slated for early next year. Changing attitudes? Yes. But Sega and the Dreamcast face other issues and hurdles that could steal away some thunder from its U.S. launch. The much-anticipated Final Fantasy VIII for the PlayStation ships the same day as the Dreamcast launch. Sony and Nintendo just dropped their system's prices to $100, and the abrupt departure of its U.S. president are raising some eyebrows. But if you're a gamer who just wants to play the best games money can buy, these issues should be invalid.
What do you say to the viewer that doesn't have that much cash at their disposal and they're looking only to be able to get one of the next generation console systems? Do they wait for the Nintendo and the Sony, or should they go ahead and get the Dreamcast now?
They should steal a bunch of money from their parents and run out and buy a Dreamcast.
Man, stay off the light speed.
My bad.
Based on what you've seen of the system, would you buy a Dreamcast? Have you ordered one already? Visit the Gamespot TV website and take our Dreamcast poll. And if you'd like to learn more about the Dreamcast, go to the Dreamcast dossier feature on videogames.com.
Coming up on Gamespot TV, Sean Smith from Electronic Gaming Monthly examines the Dreamcast hardware and peripherals. And we run down the top games for the new console. With graphics reaching new heights, who's been concentrating on gameplay?